Hi, how are you? Happy Friday night. I'm Denita Inez with the Swayo Dance, and I just had a great night of dancing. Let's just say, whoa. Um, this past year has been wild and crazy, and now I feel like people are getting into the groove. And yo, if you are ready, if you're back, if it's back where you are, hire dancers, hire musicians, hire the artists. It's been rough on them. Uh, and they're ready to like perform for you and to give you a lot of energy. And I think it's a beautiful thing. They're like, yeah. So um, the venue was beautiful. Everybody was in a great mood. It was just a good feeling to be backstage with other artists again. I was like, what? What? We're in the green room doing all the things pre-show. 5 minutes to top a show. Thank you, five. All those artistic things we do that were so commonplace beforehand that now it's just like to get that feeling again and to be able to dance for people, to perform for people. It just ah, it is such a feeling. It's such a vibe. It's a whole mood. And I feel like everybody was feeling it. Like the band was feeling it, the dancers were feeling it. Like even just backstage hand, like everybody's feeling it. We're like, yes. And let me tell you, y'all, some friends don't know this about me, but I just love dance so much. And a lot of people know me for a specific genre. So they were like, oh, if they met me doing a certain dance, they're like, oh, she does salsa. Boom. Or she does bachata. Or she does swing. Or she does jazz. Or she does modern. Or whatever it is. But they don't get how much I love being able to dance to everything. And let me tell you, one of my favorite type of gigs are live band gigs because the band will play everything. Let me say it again. The band. Ooh, yeah. The band will play everything, and you can have a cha-cha 1 minute, a waltz next minute. They will play something up tempo. They will play something low tempo. They will play something old school. They will play something new. The band can do anything. And if you get a chance ever in your life to dance a live band, I don't care if you're at a wedding, I don't care, family reunion, there it's summertime in the city somewhere and there's a band playing, dance to live music. It is a different kind of rush, y'all. Different kind of rush. It's like, oh snap. Ooh, get it. I feel like good things happen when there's live music. That might be a thing, but yeah, it's like there's definitely some kind of feeling. And I remember like one of the first times I taught a program called Summer Dance, and we were in a park in the city, and we had just set up like DJ booth where the band was going to stand, where I was going to teach the dance lesson. Just set up. We were ready, and it was like 3, 2, 1, torrential downpour, and it was wild. And I was just like, oh no! And it was like, move stuff, do this, do that, freaking out, right? And then it stopped, and we were all like, wait, what just happened? And then we said, okay, well, let's go back. And the stage was a little wet. We kind of dried it as best we could, and I got out there, and I definitely have to say that was one of my favorite dance lessons I've done in an event like that, because it was just like everyone was like, the sun came back out, let's dance. Like it was great. It was just this feeling of like, oh, the sun's back, let's go. Um, I've taught a few times where there has been some interesting weather phenomenons. So I can't even say that that was the only time that I've had some randomness go down. I definitely do have video still of a lesson I gave at the Boathouse, which if you're in like the Chicago area is iconic. But this particular lesson that I was there for, there was a torrential downpour. And so it's covered, and then there's open air here, there's open air there. The park district building is on this side, and then there's a cafe here, and the cafe brought us out. And it was awesome, and we were like, "Yay, great!" Dancing. 5 minutes, 10 minutes into the lesson, all of a sudden it was just like, and a deluge. Not just a deluge, but then there was wind, so the wind went like this. So we got this like mist. It didn't quite like it didn't soak you. It didn't soak you. It wasn't like that. But it was like, but if you had walked outside, you would have got soaked. It was crazy and wild. I was like, ah. Well, anywho, friends. Hey, it's good to see you. If you want to say hello, you can just say hello and be like, "What's up? How you doing?" Um, yeah. Sometimes after a gig, especially when the gig has gone well. Okay, let me be specific. When the gig has gone well, I get a little amped. I came home, I was like, y'all, y'all, feeling good. I get a little amped. But I just wanted to say, specifically, a big thank you. Thank you to folks bringing back the artists and supporting the artists. I really think that is beautiful. And that's amazing. I I appreciate it so much. I know every artist, musician who was backstage tonight was like, "We're back. We can like breathe." And when you are involved in a project like that, when the artists are like, there's a certain vibe or a feeling where everybody's like on the same wavelength, and you're like, those are like the best projects. Friends. Um, I actually thought about this. This was many, many, many years ago when I was doing, there was one particular show, it's kind of underground running, called Blues Rhythm, and it was fun. But yeah, there were definitely some times where you could feel like, especially that opening night when the vibe was there, and you feel like the dancers are ready, musicians are ready, everybody's like, okay, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta make it live, gotta make it lit, and like bring everything together. I was like, ah, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Now there are also times where I've had shows where that has not been the vibe, and you just gotta make it work. You're just like, whatever we gotta do to make it work, we gonna make it work. Um, I feel like that was part of the reason why, like with the Swayo, I was like, oh, well, I love events. I do. I love bringing people joy through dance. I love performing. I love almost anything dealing with dance. But like for us, I was like, how do we do this in a way that, just gives a good vibe? Like I wanna be with people, good people, bring good music, good food, good movement. It's a vibe. That's what I was thinking of. I was just like, why not? Why not do it? Ah, so I was thinking, okay. So I was like, what are some of my favorite events that I've done? Since like this was one of, you know, what is this? This is May of 2021, and I feel like this is one of my first big events coming back off of pandemic, and I feel like, you know, ooh, we're not going there. But on this side of 2021, hey, 2021, y'all. Um, I just thought it would be nice to think about some of the events that I've liked the most. Um, One really, really special event was a wedding that we got hired to do. And it ended up being just a dream from start to finish. And y'all, that is in the production world. Woo, they usually there's some hoops people are jumping through, but for this particular wedding, the couple was just so sweet. And what they said was they wanted a dance about love to share with their friends and family. I was like, oh, oh, a dance about love. I was like, love, so many people. Okay, don't make me sing. But that's they were like, here's an open-ended comment section. It just has to be about love. And I said, okay, I can do this. Let's run with it. And there was a dancer that I had been like aching to work with, and I was just like, hey, are you available for this wedding? Can we do this together? Like, this was back in the day, y'all. This was whoo, it was back in the day. And he said yes, and we created this just beautiful duet choreography that just worked, and it was just fluid and smooth. And when we danced it, I felt like I was falling in love. I hope he felt like he was falling in love with me too. But it was just, oh, it was amazing. And it was just pure romance on the dance floor. And when we got off, I just remember people in that room doing what I call the breath. All right. So when people have been caught in a moment and they go like this, and then the applause comes. That's when you know you did a good job. That's when you like the music just like settles. And it's just like it's like they were holding their breath. They were enjoying it so much. I remember that one. Oh my gosh. And just feeling that feeling of like walking off, and we we kept the whole like the story of the dance going all the way off. I think we just like simply like reached out, and he had his hand out, and I just put my hand in his, and we just walked off together, and it was just, oh, it was so beautiful. That was one of my, that's got to be up there. That was a really good, and uh, not saying I rate my events. I don't really rate them, but it was definitely a special one. Is up there. I was like, it's up there. And plus, that couple is still together. They so in love. It is like warms my heart. And we were part of their special day, and I'm like, mm, yes, yes, we were. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was one of my, that was a really fun event. I definitely, oh, they were great. Um, let's go to a different event though. So that was one of my most fun wedding events, friends. But if we're gonna talk about like lit events, like really fun events, um, this was a booking that De Sueño had, and friends, a lot of times it's just friend of friend who's like, hey, there's this company that you can hire to dance, or however it comes about, however people find out about us, they find out. And they were like, yo, bring some cha-cha fire. And I was like, what? Cha-cha, 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 cha, hey, is my middle name. Y'all, I love cha-cha. Cha-cha is like the wild child of the Latin dances. I feel like a lot of times people think that cha-cha is super hard or super like complicated. I'm like, yo, but do you know cha-cha is lit? Cha-cha is lit like no other dance. And I'll say that for a few reasons. One, cha-cha structure gives you such room to play and have fun. And if you're listening to Latin style cha-cha, right? Ballroom style cha cha is a little different, friends. But if you're in Latin style cha cha, you had a whole era of boogaloo, of Latin jazz, of elements that really had funk. Yes, the good kind of funk, friends. The so funkified, hey, right? You had people swapping bands. They were playing in a jazz band one weekend, Latin back week, Latin band the next weekend, and then switching back and forth. They were like, yes. And I feel like you got some really good groovy tunes, like some juicy tunes. So when you get to do a cha cha, you can add the funk. You can add so much to it. Never let someone tell you that cha cha is like not that dance or a chill dance or whatever they say. Yeah, about it. Cha cha is the boss. It's the bum diggity, and you can have a ball doing it. Like Granted, you're talking to someone who loves so many dances that it, you know, pick a day of the week, and I'll also be like salsa the or I'll be like bachata rocks, eh? But cha-cha, yo, that is there's something about it, and you get to play around with it. So what happened was we were at this event, and there was a kind of like a down spot uh, special. So when you have lighting people, sometimes you have the follow spot, which is awesome. I love those follow spots. P.S. Shout out to the follow spot that was on tonight's gig. Good job. Had us following. Did an excellent job. Every entrance, every exit. Good job. Um, but but there was this moment at this gig where the spotlight was just beautiful pool, and we just emerged out of it. And I just felt people go like this: hors d'oeuvres, yummy, wine, yeah, delicious. Ooh, what's happening? Just like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm a dancer, dancer. And you, it just had that really magical effect, and I felt like we like, gotcha, and we cha-cha'd and we grooved and we were having a good time. Like you can tell, it was that moment where we were just like, we're having fun. Like I looked out, I was dancing with another dancer who was also cha-cha vibing, and it was just whoo, 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 fun. I was like, yes, let's get it. And it was so great. And then afterwards, people were, enjoyed it. We mingled a bit. And then we got to chill with the staff backstage, and it was awesome. Like, thank you. That was awesome. Yeah, it was so good. We sipped some champagne and chilled out in our green room. We were like, yes. We just want everybody to have fun and to enjoy it and just be like, yes. Why not? Why not enjoy it? I feel like if anything, this past period of time has been a moment to reassess what's good in your life. What do you enjoy? What are those things? What are those moments? And to just be thankful for them. And I'm like, I don't want to forget the things that I'm thankful for at this point. Like I really don't. I want to keep going. I want more, right? I want to work harder. I want to do more gigs. I want to, get back into it. Um, but at the same time, I just want to go ahead and like keep those memories. So maybe I'll do this at the end of my gigs just so I can like remember what happened and that feeling. Um, because man, I missed it. I missed it. I was like, plus I want to get to be that old school. If I get a chance to be blessed with more years, that I can look back and say, I did what I, wanted to do, what I felt my purpose was for at the time, and well, the purpose for the company existence period, is to share the joy of dance, no matter how we can do that. That might be performance, that might be teaching, that might be, competition, that might be events, like however it is that you know morphs into something new, or however that goes. The the first part is the big part, that it's about people and connecting. So the Sueños, like, tagline, it's on the sign, actually, the Sueño, and it says we dance with people. um it's because we always want to have people first. Like, I remember when I was getting into dance, and I was like, there's no other feeling like this. I was like, you just like, the song would come on, and you would just feel transported for a moment, and you were just moving, and even if it wasn't perfect, it just felt a certain way. And I feel like sometimes you need to be able to take a breath and go to a space where you're not worried about what you need to do, whatever it is that's weighing on your mind, and kind of take a breath away from it, like just relax away for a second, put on a song, and just shake it out, shake it out, dance it off, like whatever it is, just brush it. I think that's a move that happens a lot in contemporary dance. Sometimes we'll just, you'll at the end of a class, I had a teacher who said, just brush it off, just brush the tension, brush like everything else that was happening off, and just let it go. And this was before let it go was a thing. But I just remember that instructor being like, yo, you sometimes gotta like let it go. And it's interesting when I talk to people sometimes, because they'll say, well, I'm not a good dancer. And I say, but sweetie, you don't have to be. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Do you get something from it? Does it rejuvenate your body? Does it make your spirit feel great? Then do it, right? Like, put on that song and dance like nobody's watching. If it feels good for you, do it. I'm like, yeah, I feel like this is going to be our year to just do more things that feel good. Remember the things that are good. Be grateful for those things that are good. And work harder to make more good for not just yourself but for other people. Let's do that. That's bring us together. And friends, if you had a stellar pandemic, if you had a glorious pandemic, please hire some artists, throw a party, pass it along to some friends who might have not had such a good pandemic. Yes, or who had a devastating pandemic. If you can share a little bit of joy or spread whatever, positivity, please do so. Um, yes. Well, those are my post dance thoughts. Thank you to the friends who brought us out tonight for that wonderful private event. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for hiring. Thank you for hiring. Yes, we back. There's a song where it's like, I'm going to the streets. The streets are calling my name. And I'm like, I'm going to the performance. Performance calling my name. I'm ready to dance. We're gonna dance again. Hey, dance, 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 dance. Everybody. Okay, y'all. I did preface this with, after performances, I am often lit. I'm like, yeah. And by lit, friends, let me clarify in case friends end up watching from other places, means super energetic. Like you get, that's all that means. That's all that means, yeah. Um, and it was nice. Friends, mm, friends treated us real well. There are just nice things. Thank you for that. Thank you for the other nice things. Thank you for tips. Thank you for all that. I'm like, it was a good gig. And when you see all your guests go like this, and they're dancing to the live music, and they got to watch the dancers dance, they're like, yes. That's why. You want that feeling. Hire an artist, hire more band. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to them. Thank you to you for turning in. I hope you're having a fantastic night. So I'm gonna give you the biggest, like most exuberant virtual hug. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, whatever day it is that you're watching this. And sending you a lot of joy. Hearts, 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 hearts. And the last one, which I learned from one of my students, my virtual lesson students, because I teach private lessons online too, which is the beating heart. And I was like, oh, that's a beating heart. That's so cute. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. Bye, friends.